When Apple first announced the iPhone 16s, I said that this is the first year that I could actually not upgrade. So now that it's been 3 months, and of course I did buy it, how has my experience been? Where I'm gonna talk about the real world usage with it. And I have to say, I do like the phone, but making this review, I realized there's a lot of things that bug me about it, so let's get into it. First off, I really like the cameras, and that's probably the biggest reason that I personally upgrade. Of course, we still have 3 cameras, the telephoto lens has not changed, the main sensor did get improved, and of course the ultra wide was the one that finally has 48 megapixels. Now, one thing I noticed is that for portrait shots, they just look fantastic. Apple keeps upgrading the software, the sensor also helps, and I love them. I take a lot of them and I'm very happy with it. And of course, we've gotten some software features like being able to erase subjects and distracting things in the background, which has been awesome. I'm definitely using that. I also shoot a lot of video with my iPhone, and the main sensor, the 1X, does a great job, especially in good lighting conditions. You have some natural bokeh. I absolutely love it. Now, that ultra wide that got upgraded, I would say that is still the most disappointing lens. Now, yes, the quality did get a little bit better, but it's not as drastic of an improvement that I was expecting. And the biggest reason I wanted an improvement was for video, and in video, you still get a ton of noise. It's just not great. Now, I really like the 120 FPS 4K. That's getting me to actually want to shoot slow motion, so that is really cool. Now, the other hardware change or addition that I almost forgot about is the camera control button. There is so much hype about this button, and I have to say, it's one of the most annoying things about this phone. I don't really use it. The only time is maybe for a selfie, but it just gets in the way. It triggers the camera so often that many people actually have shut it off. So either their implementation is not good, or I don't know, you guys let me know your thoughts down below. Now, the next thing that really surprised me is how many scratches I've gotten on this screen in just 3 months. I usually like to have just the phone by itself, unless I know I'm doing something, and then I'll pop a case onto it. But this new ceramic shield that's been updated, that's a lot more durable. It might be more durable and resistant to cracks, but the scratches are just so easy to get. They're deep scratches because the screen is softer. I mean, it's disappointing in just 3 months how my phone looks. So with that said, if you still haven't protected your new iPhone with a screen protector like I did in the past, our sponsor ESR has got you covered with their Amorite screen protector that is edge to edge and has the easiest 2-step installation with the new Ultra Fit tray that gives you perfect installation every time. First, clean off the screen from any dust with included wet wipes and dust removal stickers, then place it into the tray, close the lid, and then firmly hold down the cover and pull. That is it. You are covered with military grade drop protection. It is that easy. And what is really nice is that you get 3 screen protectors in the box for multiple installations. ESR also has many cases to choose from, like their Cloud series or Classic, both with the stash stand and halo lock. The stash stand also gives you angle adjustments from 15 to 85 degrees for the best viewing angles and unlimited MagSafe capabilities, like using accessories while using it in stand mode, which other cases don't let you. The soft case is silky smooth and it feels really nice in your hands while giving you great drop protection, and the hybrid case has air guard corners for even better protection from big drops. And ESR is doing their holiday season promotions until December 25th with discounts up to 20% off. So get yourself the Amorite screen protector and cases today with links in the description below. And don't be like me, whose screen looks terrible now. Now, the next positive I want to talk about is the battery life, especially when I didn't have it in iOS beta, because it was the biggest jump I've seen in years. I would not have to worry about having a charger with me, about topping off, even pushing the phone. It lasted all day and it was amazing. And so much so for having thin phones and whatever else Apple wants to do in the future, battery life just gives you such a good quality of life improvement. So if you've been thinking about updating and you have an older phone, potentially with a worn down battery, I mean, the jump is huge and it is just so nice. With that, Apple added 25-watt MagSafe charging, and I did buy a puck. Finally, we have an update, But one issue is that there's really no third-party options for this, even 3 months later. I keep checking. I mean, somebody please make a 3-in-1 that supports 25-watt charging, but it is just not out there. Everything is Qi 2 at 15 watts or original MagSafe. So we've had an improvement. That puck is thinner, it is slightly smaller. It didn't fit in my little stand that I had. So it's a nice update, but I just haven't been using it because I have so many other chargers and accessories, so I don't want to use that one puck that I bought. The other thing that I really love are the speakers. They are so nice, loud, crisp, great bass. Apple updated them from the past. No complaints there. I don't have to max it out. Even in loud environments like a restaurant, I could show somebody a video. That has been awesome. And now I have to talk about some issues and some disappointments that we found out about after this phone came out. And the first thing is Wi-Fi. This iPhone is the first one that had Wi-Fi 7, and even the new M4 series MacBooks don't have Wi-Fi 7. Now, I upgraded my house's network, I spent a lot of money, and seeing Wi-Fi 7 was great, but we didn't find out until after that this is not the full Wi-Fi 7. It actually only supports 160 megahertz channel, not the full 320, which is the point of Wi-Fi 7 with the MLO. So you're not really getting the full performance, and it just sucks that you're limited, and they kind of hid that at the launch. So even the S24 Ultra, which is about a year old now, they have the full Wi-Fi 7, so don't buy it for that. If you care about that, you might want to wait until the next iPhone launch. And with that, we have to talk about the modem as well. For years, Apple would upgrade to the latest and greatest modem. They'd still be behind Samsung that would get it first. But this year, when we did our teardown, when we first got the iPhone 16 Pro, we saw that the chip did not say X75, which is in the S24 Ultra, but it was confirmed that it is the X71, which is a modified X70 in the iPhone 15 Pro. Now, in a few ways it's upgraded, but in some ways it is actually a downgrade. And in our speed tests, we actually got worse results in some of the tests, which just did not make sense. And now 3 months later, I've got plenty of drop calls. I've had plenty of just poor reception. My wife has complained about it. Ben, our main video editor, he's noticed issues, and a lot of people online did as well. And it just did not make sense. I think the only reason they could have done this was for cost cutting. They could have put in what Samsung has had for almost a year. They did not. Another reason could be to try to save battery life, and one of my kind of things I thought could be happening is they're not using the full gain on the antenna to save battery, be more efficient. But why go backwards? You know, you're buying the best, most expensive phone, and the results have been worse for people than the phones that they have been upgrading from. And that is just something that matters a lot to me. If you're out, outside the city, if you're in basements, the reception is not great. That ruins the whole point of the phone. So let me know your thoughts and your experience. If you bought one of these, how has it been compared to your previous phone? I think there's just no excuse for Apple trying to do that on a flagship device. Maybe on a regular 16, not on a Pro or a Pro Max. So overall, I would say it's a nice phone. It does the job. There are some upgrades, but as far as year-over-year improvements, it is not great compared to the previous years we have got. And if there has been any year where I could have realistically stayed for another year and not regretted it, this phone would probably be the phone that I would want to skip for the iPhone 17 lineup, which there's going to be a lot of great updates. We're going to make another video about the latest leaks coming up. So you guys hit that subscribe button to check it out. Check out one of those videos right over there. This has been Max, and I will see you in the next video.